Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Ben. So today when it comes to the Apple TV, we have a new software update that's available. Let's go and check that out. So going into the settings right here of my Apple TV and system, and under the software updates page, you can see the version that I'm coming from was the previous official version, tvOS 26.0.1, but we do have a new software update that's available. That's actually an official build as well. So tvOS 26.1 with that exact build number is available. And now what I'm going to do is download and install this update so that we can get to see the new features and changes that are here with this new version. Just to keep you in the loop, Apple is also going to be releasing 26.1 versions of iOS, macOS, watchOS, and others, and I do cover them right here on the channel. So if you want to keep up to date, definitely do subscribe so that you don't miss out. Just like that, the Apple TV has now been updated to the latest version. Now, if we were to go into my user profile right here and then go into the settings and check the new build number that we have right here, you can see under the software update page, the build number has been updated. We have 23J580. So at the time of recording, this is the build number that I currently have on hand. Now, in terms of what's new, the first thing that you probably notice if you keep tabs on your app section and how the app appearance looks, you probably see that the Apple TV app icon has been updated. So before, this is how it used to look. It had this liquid glass effect thanks to the tvOS 26 update, and you can see the colors, the way they looked. It was mainly just a combination of two different colors. But now after updating, you can see when I select the Apple TV app icon, I can put it in jiggle mode by doing this so that you see the prominence or the app that I'm talking about. So now you can see it has more rich colors and a combination of not just one or two, but multiple different shades of colors. You can see a little bit of red, a little bit of green, yellow, purple, and so on. And this is actually a rebranding that Apple is taking on. So I say rebranding because now you notice the screen says Apple TV Plus, but that's soon going to be changing because Apple has officially renamed their streaming service Apple TV Plus to simply just Apple TV. Now, as you can see, this actually hasn't taken effect on the front user, for the front end users like myself and so on. But for marketing and promotion purposes, this has already started to take effect. So for example, if you go to the Apple newsroom where they talk about Apple TV Plus subscription, that's now getting a universal combination with Peacock bundle, you see that they now reference Apple TV Plus as simply just Apple TV. Pretty soon, this tab that you see here, that's Apple TV Plus right now, will soon be rebranded to just simply Apple TV, and it's a broad change that Apple is actually taking on. So now you have three things that are Apple TV. So you buy the Apple TV box to open the Apple TV app to watch Apple TV series on the Apple TV streaming services on your Apple TV. Kind of confusing, but that's the new change that Apple has made right here with this software update. It's a rebranding that will soon take effect for users, and we should be seeing it with time. Continuing with some of the new changes that are here, I'll quickly open FaceTime and use my continuity camera right here. I'll just quickly accept the prompt that's now connected on my iPhone. So thanks to continuity, this is a feature that has always been existing, but FaceTime does get a little bit of an improvement thanks to FaceTime audio reliability improvements that, according to Apple's release note, has now better audio quality with low bandwidth conditions. So having low bandwidth now shouldn't really affect your audio quality when you are on a FaceTime call, both on the iPhone or the Apple TV, and even on the Mac as well. According to Apple's release notes, when it comes to tvOS 26.1, they actually mentioned that this update provides stability and security enhancements. So keep an eye on Apple's security page to see what are the new security enhancements that this update provides. Apple updates this after the update becomes publicly actually available, and you can always go in to see other softwares as well, such as iOS, iPadOS, and tvOS, to see what are the CVE or the Apple security common vulnerabilities entries that are there. tvOS 26.1 also fixes an issue that affected certain game controllers. So a timing bug where the controller's button press timestamps wasn't using the correct time reference has now been fixed. Now it reports time correctly, so input tracking and game timing should be more accurate now. Some users actually reached out to me to ask if the lip sync issues that they were experiencing when it comes to streaming services like Netflix is still existing or has been fixed. And that issue, for me, at least from my experience on my exact Apple TV that I used to test these updates, the lip sync Netflix issue was fixed in tvOS 26.0.1. So with this update, I watched a couple series and I can say that yes, the issue still doesn't exist. It doesn't seem like this update brought back the issue. So it for me wasn't an issue, and tvOS 26.0.1 fixed that. So if you were still experiencing it on tvOS 26.0.1 on your specific model of the Apple TV, maybe updating to this one might help a little bit. And just to keep you updated as well, there's also other things that this update fixes for developers. So there's some Swift UI fixes where navigation issues were persistent, and now this update actually resolves that. And there's also some asset pack manager issues that have been fixed. The system used to give an error when trying to find the local URL already downloaded assets using file asset manager, and now it works as expected and won't throw an unnecessary error code. So that's more so tailored towards developers, but other than that, that's it when it comes to this new update on the Apple TV. One thing that I do wish Apple told us was, or improved on, was actually telling us what's new exactly, because they just say improvements on stability and security, but they don't really tell us what exactly it is, and we have to dig through the OS to try and find out some of these changes that are there. But other than that, that's it for me when it comes to this software update. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know if it fixes the lip sync issue for your Netflix that tvOS 26.0.1 couldn't actually fix. That's it. If you like it, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.